Civilization.
Settler.
Settler.
Found.
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 Overthrow.
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 Monarchy.
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 Establish.
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 Revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
Declare.
Revolutionary.
Declare.
Declare.
All right. For example,
Declare.
Constantino, can you read example? Stone Age. Stone Age.
Stone Age is the period
Of
of
human
human history before the invention
of metal.
of metal tool.
Excellent. Is a period, ¿no?, of human history before the invention of metal tools. The Stone Age. La era de la
Piedra.
la era de la piedra, ¿no? La era de piedra. Number 2, Alex. The earliest known pyramids.
The earliest known pyramids were constructed in 2600 BCA, before the Common Era, when
pharaohs
ruled over the kingdom of Egypt.
Willman, the society.
Okay, the society of ancient Rome was divided into hierarchy of several classes, such as patricians, plebeians, and slaves.
Hierarchy. John. Magna Carta.
The Magna Carta of 1215 was an important historical document that restricted the power of the king in England.
Okay, next. With Constantino, Christopher Columbus.
Voyage or exploration to the new world in 1492. 92 had an enormous
impact
on the Americas as well as of European
civilization. Alex, English settlers.
The American Revolutionary War was declared in 1750 when the 13 colonies in North America decided to become independent from the British Empire.
Very good, empire. So this is the vocabulary, no? You have to remember. What is settlers? Colonos ingleses. Overthrow, what is overthrow?
Un golpe de estado.
Dar golpe de estado, claro, derrocar, ¿no? Echar por la fuerza. En golpe de estado dice état de coup. Okay, let's continue with the exercise number 1. You have here to choose the correct option, the correct word to complete each sentence, right? You have A, B, C. You have 2 minutes, and then you tell me the answers. Okay, let's start. Number 1, what do you think? Number 1, any volunteer? Yeah, Constantino.
Document?
Yeah, can you read? Historians obtained.
Historians obtain information from primary sources, such as
documents, such as document. Very good. Historians obtain information from primary sources, such as documents. That's right. That's it. Very good. John, number 2.
The French Revolution is an example of a successful attempt to change the system of government in France.
The French Revolution. Very good. That is an example of a successful attempt to change. Number 3, Willman. Before the Civil War.
Before the Civil War, many US
states
had laws that restricted the rights of slaves to the own property or have access to education.
Very good.
Very
Before the Civil War, no? Don't forget the pronunciation is O, no? Civil War. Many U.S. states had laws that restricted, very good, the rights of the slaves. Eddie, number 4, you want to read? Some of the first European.
Some of the first European settlers
Very good.
in
Continue.
the new world were Spanish sailors who landed on islands in the Caribbean.
Caribbean, very good. In the Caribbean. Some of the first European settlers were Spanish sailors who landed on islands in the Caribbean. What about John, number 5, the rights? You know?
The
Or
right of everyone to vote was established in the United States with the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
perfect, that's right. Alex, number 6.
An absolute monarchy is a political system.
Monarchy.
Monarchy is a political system where one person has complete power over a country.
That's right, perfect. Constantino, number 7. The ancient African.
7. The Asian African
Society, repeat, society.
Society of Aksum. What is Aksum?
Axon is like of it's a name of the place, no? Es el nombre del lugar, ¿no? Es un lugar.
Okay. There was located in present-day Ethiopia and reached its height under King Isana
In the 4th
in the 4th century.
Perfect, excellent, well done. Finally, Wilman.
The invention of the steam engine revolutionized transportation by making possible the steam train and the steamboats.
Okay, very good. The invention, very good, invention of the steam engine. The steam engine is la máquina vapor, ¿no?
Vapor, vapor.
El invento de la máquina vapor. Very good. So you have here to the Aztec Empire, no? El Imperio Azteca. Complete a paragraph with a correct form of word from the chart, okay? From these words, we have to choose, no, the correct one to complete here. Let's do it together. The Aztec Empire. By the 13th century, groups of Aztecs had migrated southward into Mexico. They in the Valley of Mexico. How do you say? Se sentaron. They
Established.
Very good. Very good. Established. O settled también puede ser, ¿no? They settled en pasado. They established. They established or they settled in the Valley of Mexico. And the twin capital of Tenochtitlan and Tlatelolco. And what is the word? ¿Cuál sería el verbo? Y gobernaron. ¿Cómo dirían gobernar? And
Governor.
Rule.
Rules.
Rule también, ¿no? Govern or rule. Y gobernaron.
Kingdom, reinado, kingdom.
Yeah, pero kingdom is, the point is that you need to know, you need here, lo que se necesita acá es un verbo, ¿no? Ellos se establecieron en el Valle de México y reinaron o gobernaron, ¿no? Entonces tienes que usar el verbo. Kingdom es reino. Kingdom es reino, o sea, es un sustantivo. El verbo es rule.
Miguel, no puede ser found de fundar.
And founded. Very good. Founded.
Porque habla de capital y pone una fecha.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, I think yeah, I think that's the best. Claro. Y crearon, fundaron las dos capitales. Ah, sí, sería mejor, ¿no? Founded, sería mejor. Founded y fundaron, ¿verdad? The twin capitals of Tenochtitlan and Tlatelolco, sometime after 1325. After destroying the opposition, the Aztec emperor Tlaxe ordered all historical to be burned so they could create their own version of the countries. Ah, okay. To be burned, que sean quemados, ¿no? ¿Qué es lo que ordenó? ¿Qué se puede quemar?
The town,
Sorry?
historical town.
Town?
Construct?
Construct is a verb. I think it's the
Documents.
document, no?
Documents.
So the Aztec emperor ordered all historical documents, ¿no? Todos los documentos históricos to be burned, que sean quemados, so they could create their own version of the country's history. The Aztecs were aggressive and militaristic and quickly expanded their territory beyond the valley to the borders of Guatemala. Aztec was divided into an elaborate Aztec, ¿qué puede ser? Ahí sí puede ir como kingdom, puede ser, ¿no?
Kingdom.
Yeah?
Kingdom.
Maybe. Aztec Kingdom, el reinado azteca, fue dividido into an elaborate of social statutes. Rule, acá tendría que ser un sustantivo.
Monarch.
Fue dividido en una elaborada monarquía, ¿no? Of social statutes. With a small group of
Hierarchy.
Europeans.
Civilization.
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy, very good. Hierarchy. 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 Here, very good. Vamos a... Okay. Hierarchy. With a small group of hierarchy and nobility and the tongue. Okay. When the Spanish arrived in 1519, they were amazed by the splendor of the Aztec cities and the elaborately temples and pyramids.
Construction.
Very good. Elaborately construction. But acá dice temple. Construction of sería entonces, ¿no?
No es.
There's a construction of temples and pyramids. But within 2 years, the Spanish had their government. What could be here? Has ruled their government, yeah. Could be rule. Rule. Had ruled. Ya habían gobernados, ¿no? So, destroy their cities and victory and declare, ¿no? Declare victory. Declare victory for Spain and the start of the Spanish colonial.
Kingdom.
Ahí sería un noun. ¿Cómo sería? The colonial settlement, ¿puede ser?
Period.
Colonial period. Yeah, period. Very good. Colonial period. Period is nada más. The colonial period. Which would, excellent. Okay. So you have the answer here. All right. Now let's continue. Okay, let me check this before we move on. This is What unit is? Unit 9? Yeah. Number 1 is established or settled. Number 2 is founded. Number 3 is documents. Number 4 is society. Very good, society. Acá sería society. Aunque también puede ser reinado. Society. Okay, number 4 is society. Number 5 is hierarchy. Number 6 is acá es rulers. ¿No? Rulers. De acá sería hierarchy. Hierarchy rulers. What is next? Constructed. Number 9. Number 7 is constructed. Okay, number 8 is overthrown. Es que overthrown. Como overthrown the government cities and declare victory. Very good. And declare victory over period. Perfect. So this is the answer. All right. Now let's continue. Okay. Read the passage and answer the question. The word crucial in the passage is closest in meaning to the French Revolution was a crucial moment in the modern history. Was a crucial moment.
Important.
Important.
Important. Very good. Important. No? Crucial means important. Then abolish. He said the word abolish it must closely meaning to. What is abolish? He said during this period, French citizens overthrew a century-old system government that placed power in the hands of a few and abolished institutions such as absolute monarchy. They abolished monarchy.
Abolish. Change. Eliminate.
Eliminate.
Eliminated. Abolish means
Eliminate.
Okay. Look at the 4 squares that indicate where the following sentence can be added to the passage. Where would the sentence best fit? Okay, this sentence, let's read. The French Revolution began in 1789 and ended in the late 1790s with the ascent of Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, this phrase, the French Revolution began and the late, where could it be played? ¿Dónde podría ser colocado? ¿Tienen un minuto? Okay, where did you put this? The French Revolution began in 1789 and ended in 1880 and with the ascent of Napoleon Bonaparte.
Number 1.
Number
Number 1.
number 1. Inicio del 2. No,
Yeah, the French Revolution was a crucial moment in the modern history, not only of Europe but of the world. Then you said the French Revolution began in 1789 and with the end of Napoleon Bonaparte. During this period, claro, porque durante este periodo, ¿qué periodo?
de eso.
De ese, ¿no? 1789 hasta 1989.
Yeah.
Entonces tiene que ver con este periodo. Number 1. Perfect. All right, we're going to listen. This question is similar to question 6 in the speaking section. Listen to part of a lecture from a history class. Complete these notes as you listen. Okay, what is the main topic? What is the impact before, after the result? Okay? Impact 2, before, after the result, and the conclusion. You have to listen to a lecture. Tienen que completar cuál es el tema principal, cuál es el impacto, el primer impacto, cómo era antes, cómo fue después y cuál fue el resultado. Igual, el segundo impacto, lo que pasó antes, cómo era antes, cómo fue después del impacto y cuál fue el resultado y la conclusión. Okay, vamos a escuchar. Yes, and then you have to tell me your answers. Okay, one moment.
Vocabulary, Unit 9. Now listen to part of a talk in a history class.
The steam engine was one of the most significant inventions of the 19th century, especially when we consider how it impacted Western society, which was particularly evident in two areas: transportation and manufacturing.
Okay, is it okay?
Transportation and manufacturing.
Very good. You have just two topics, okay? Now, what are the first two topics? Transportation and manufacturing, okay?
And manufacturing.
And what is the topic? What is the talking? The
Transportation.
steam engine.
Steam engine.
The steam engine. What is the steam engine?
Motor a vapor. El
Motor a vapor.
La máquina a vapor, ¿no? El motor a vapor, la máquina a vapor. Ya tienes el topic. Ahora voy a hablar de dos, ¿no? Dos impactos. Uno es en transportation y otro es en manufacturing. Okay, vamos a escucharlo de nuevo. One more time.
Unit 9. Now listen to part of a talk in a history class.
The steam engine was one of the most significant inventions of the 19th century, especially when we consider how it impacted Western society, which was particularly evident in two areas: transportation and manufacturing. First, let's look at transportation. The steam engine enabled the development of steam trains and steam ships. Until then, communication had been slow-paced and fairly leisurely. People depended on horses or ships. With the increased speed of travel, goods and raw materials, such as wood or metal, could be transported around the country more quickly, increasing output as a result. Second, the steam engine had an enormous impact on manufacturing. In England and in the US, steam engines led to the construction of factories, which increased the rate of production. Previously, textiles and clothing, for example, were made by individual workers in their homes. With the construction of factories, workers started to leave the rural areas and came to the towns to work, creating the beginning of the highly urbanized society we have today. It was the beginning of the Industrial Revolution that would have a profound effect on social, economic, and cultural conditions all around the world.
Okay, one more time, okay? One more time.
Vocabulary, Unit 9. Now listen to part of a talk in a history class.
The steam engine was one of the most significant inventions of the 19th century, especially when we consider how it impacted Western society, which was particularly evident in two areas: transportation and manufacturing. First, let's look at transportation. The steam engine enabled the development of steam trains and steam ships. Until then, communication had been slow-paced and fairly leisurely.